All right. I think we are live, and I'm going to wait for you guys to tell me if we are actually, in fact, live here today, Tuesday, July 7th. It's a little gloomy out here today, but that's okay. We've had some really good weather, so I'm not going to complain. But today we are going to be, we're going to be talking about the 30-day roadmap to building a brand. What does that look like? And I know we've talked about this before, but it never seems to get old because there's different parts of building a brand that you need to consider. And I think the first 30 days is kind of the, it's the building the foundation. And there's a few things in the beginning that need to be done correctly in order to really have that vision and to really know what you're working towards. I will say this. I think tomorrow I'm going to dive into, we had someone on yesterday, it was Alicia, and sent me an email and wanted to know my opinion on a brand that she had started really with a physical product, but then tried building the rest of the brand around it and got a little stuck. And so I gave her some feedback and some advice, and I think I want to share that here tomorrow. Not the exact advice like for her brand, her niche, because she didn't give me permission to share it, but I'll give you the gist. So tomorrow might be something along those lines. Because I think a lot of people get hung up on like, well, I've started building this thing, but I'm just not sure it's right because I was initially trying to launch this thing for a product that I was selling, but now I'm not really sure if it makes sense to build this brand because I can't do all of these other things. So we have to think about the brand that we're building before we start building it. We have to first think about what are the opportunities, what is going to lead me to basically being able to create revenue. Like bottom line is, guys, like you want to create money, right? Like you want a website that produces cash straight up, right? I'm not one to sit here and tell you that you can do it in 30 days because I think it's really, really hard to make money in 30 days. Now, with that being said, are there ways that you can speed up this process? Yes, I've talked about them as far as like creating your own digital product and maybe building your email list and then building content that's really driven towards product-based stuff. Like, yes, we can speed that process up. But generally it's going to take, a little bit of time, take a little bit of work. And that's what we teach. That's what I preach, because I believe in that. Now, I do believe that the rewards of long-term and short-term kind of play really well together. So tomorrow, I think I'm going to dig into that topic a little bit deeper. But I did want to say good morning to some of my peeps here. Justin in the house. Always got to say hi to Justin. What's up, man? How you doing from Australia? Debbie, what's up? Good morning to you. Octavio in the house. Morning, brand rockers. You know it, man. Another one of our BCA members. And oh, by the way, I should say yesterday was a pretty epic day. We were welcoming in some new members already. Just great day. We've already been accepting people into the Facebook group, already starting to hear their stories, the intro stories, and just really, really excited. We have this whole week. So what's today? Tuesday. Friday, we are open. We are actually open through Friday. Also, if you are on here and you are a Brand Creators Academy member, I sent out an email this morning about our virtual call this Wednesday, which will be at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And we will be doing face-to-face virtual meeting as we do once a month. But I just wanted to kind of throw that out there because I'm always trying to make sure that we get everyone in there, as many as possible live in that virtual room. And that's one of the things I love about our BCA community is just being able to really interact with each other. So Octavio, what's up, man? Michael, what's up? Good morning to you. James, good morning. Always good to see you. Karen's in the house. What's up, Karen? And the other Karen, 2 BCA members, by the way. What's up? And Kay, what's up with you? How are you doing, Kay? Another member. Salama, how are you doing? Awesome. Cool. So what I do want to do though here is I also want to ask a question. And that is, are you, if you're watching, and if you're watching this later on the replay, just chime in, let me know. I'm really trying to get a gauge as far as where you are in the journey. Like everyone is a little bit different. I get some people that are, they're stuck just trying to figure out the market, like trying to figure out the niche, stuck there, sometimes stuck there for 2 months, 3 months, a year before they ever can do anything. So I'm just kind of curious where you're at in your brand right now, or in your potential brand. And if there's something that you're stuck on, I want to hear it here. I want you to put it in the comments, because I want to be able to help. I want to be able to help you in any way that I can. And yes, one of the ways is if you join Brand Creators Academy, I can help you even further. I think anyone on here right now will tell you that. Like, it's not just even me, it's Chris, it's all of our members are going to help you. And I probably should mention that. I'd be a bad marketer if I didn't do that. Brandcreators.com/join. We are open right now through Friday, July 10th, 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. So if you have not joined yet and you've been on the fence, here's your little reminder. Make sure that you do, because once we close, we are going to be closing for at least 3 months. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. And yes, this week is geared all towards bringing up topics and things around building a brand. Why? Because I want you guys to, number one, get the help you need, but I also want you guys to know about Brand Creators Academy. There it is. There's the transparency thing again, right? I would love to mention Brand Creators Academy. So this way here, I'm bringing awareness to it, right? I've been basically building awareness for over 3 months since the last time we opened. Like, that's all I've been doing. Now I'm actually able to say, no, you can come on in now. We're welcoming new members. So again, if you're interested in joining us, we'd love to have you. And Tamara's in the house, another BCA members. Now, I'll tell you what, it seems like we have like quite a few BCA members that pop in here just to say hello, or even just spend their morning with us, which is awesome. So Tamara, thank you. Oh, nice. Octavio says coffee is calling, or coffee's calling, Scott. Thank you. Thank you, Octavio. And Justin said the same. Remember to sip your coffee. I will. Debbie. Oh, I joined BCA yesterday morning. So excited. Awesome, Debbie. And Debbie, have you been accepted in the Facebook group yet? I know we've been monitoring that, making sure that you're able to get in. And once you do get in, make sure that you give us a little intro in there about yourself, so we know where you are, where you want to go, so we can help you even better. So awesome. That is cool. And yes, I will take a sip of my coffee before we drill in here. All right. Let's do this. Okay, here we go. So where I'm going to start this conversation is I really feel like in the first 30 days, you got this short window of time that you need to get dialed in. Right. So in that first 30 days, my goal is to get everything set up in a brand. So like, let's say, for example, I'm starting from scratch and I've got 30 days that I need to, number one, I've got to have my market selected, my niche selected. I have to have that done. Okay. I've got to buy my domain name. I've got to buy my hosting. I've got to set up my WordPress site, and I've got to get my theme installed and some various plugins, right, that I'm going to be using. Okay. So I've basically done that. Okay. And then from there, I need to also spend time to figure out what is the roadmap now that I'm going to follow continuing after the 30 days. Now, we can do all of that probably in less than 30 days, but we are going to be doing some research to figure out what are the articles, what is the content we're going to be creating, what types of content we're going to be creating. Are we going to build a list yet? If we are, then we're going to start that process. And then from there, I might be planning out, okay, if I am going to be building out content, does my market lend itself to a digital product? If it does, I'm going to be planning my content around that so I can bundle it up and package it up so I can then maybe start offering that after 30 days. And that, by the way, my friends, is how you would speed up the process to generate revenue if you created a digital product. All right. So when you can create that digital asset that you can potentially sell, then we can drive paid ads to it. And then we can kind of really accelerate this thing. So the the 30-day roadmap looks like that. Number one, you got to get clear on the market. You got to get clear on your sub niche. You really got to get dialed in on that. And then you got to actually start to build it, right? Because if you get this thing built, then we can start actually scaling it out. We can start expanding it. We can start to do all of these other fun things. But when we're in that first 30 days, we haven't built it yet, but we've got all the ideas. We're consuming content. We know we can do this. We know we can do that. And then all of a sudden you start getting in, but what if that happens? And what if I do this and that doesn't happen? And then you start getting into all this. That's why for me, it's really important that you get your niche validated as soon as possible, right? And I'm not saying rush it. I'm saying you focus all your energy on that. And then once you say, yes, all of the checks are saying, boom, yes, 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 then we start to build. And what do I mean? We get our domain name, we get it hosted, we get our website set up, we start building out the necessary things that we're going to need there inside of that. And then we start building content. Like that is it. From there, we're probably going to add our Pinterest component to it. Not hard to do. Actually, we've got a full training inside of BCA, actually a full training, 2-week long workshop that will have you up and running and starting to drive traffic really, really quickly. So that's a component. And then the email list thing, we might be starting that in the first 30. We might wait until after we get done with the first 30 and then start building the list. Or we might build the list using a giveaway or a contest, or we might use it because we're going to lead people from a lead magnet to our digital product, right? But we need to validate the market can do all of this before we ever put the shovel in the ground and start digging, right? So that's why it's really important that we do that. And we do spend quite a bit of time in that area, because everything else after that is just a matter of like just putting in the reps, just like doing the work, right? And then the other thing that's cool is when we're doing this stuff, we're starting to get data back. We're starting to get, oh, wow, I posted a blog post and now 60 days later, it's starting to get traffic. Maybe I should do more on that content topic. And then I start to drill in a little bit deeper on that. I get to go a little bit wider maybe, right? So all of these things are happening because we're taking action. But that first 30 days cannot be, oh, I wonder if that's a good niche. I wonder about that. I wonder. We got to get out of that and we got to get into action. Okay. And so that's why that first 30, when you join Brand Creators Academy, we have a 30-day, we call it our 30-day-ish roadmap because it's a little bit longer. But the 30-day roadmap is exactly that, like day to day to day, like literally do this today, do this tomorrow, do that the next day, like literally mapped out, because I need to keep you, okay? I need to keep you taking action, because if we keep you taking action, you got a much greater chance of succeeding. I think we would agree, right? Like if we keep doing stuff, we have a better chance, right? I'll give you a perfect example of this. We started a little case study behind the scenes, a new one for a digital product that we're using in the background as a case study. So we're building this out and then we're going to share everything with BCA members. We're going to share everything. Okay. And so we came up with the whole idea of a lead magnet to a digital product, to the digital product, to a bump, to then an upsell. And then we basically installed a little auto sequence, an email follow-up. And everything right now, we're getting data, right? We're getting emails for as little as like 45 cents. We're converting at about 35 to 40% on the landing page. We've only made one sale out of about 200 people so far. So then the question goes, okay, is something broke? Well, we got to say the email follow-up. Maybe the email follow-up isn't hitting the right points. So now we go there. We don't go to the lead magnet that we're working on because that's working, right? But if I didn't start it, if I just thought of all this stuff and I didn't actually put it into the real market, I wouldn't be able to make these decisions. So now we've got ideas of, okay, we're getting really good conversion here. We're not getting such a good conversion here. How can we fix that? Can we come up with a better offer? Can we come up with a better way of phrasing it? Can we attack it from a different angle, right? Are the emails engaging enough? What are the open rates on the emails? Which, by the way, they're really good. They're actually like anywhere from 30, probably like 30 to 40% on the first 3. And then after that, they always drop a little bit, maybe 20%. Still great. Click-through rates, really good. But now we're able to look at this stuff. So now we're like, okay, we've got this one sequence, but what if they don't buy after we get done with the 5 days? Well, maybe we drop them into another sequence and maybe we add a bonus onto it. And then what if they don't convert there? Well, then maybe we add another sequence to it and we strap another bonus on top of that and see if that gets them to convert, right? So now we can play with the traffic as we're getting it. This is just one element of the brand, by the way. But my point is this. If we didn't start this, if all I did was draw it up on I've got my whiteboard back there. I should probably take a picture of that and send it to you guys at some point. It's crazy. I just went through and mapped everything out yesterday after I got this, boom, I got this idea. And I'm like, I'm just going to go ahead and map it all out. And that's actually what we're going to be teaching in BCA too. It's literally the funnel build out with like 3 different additional sequences with a couple of bonuses that we're going to add on. So all of this stuff, it can't happen if we don't actually put it into play, right? We can sit here and practice all week for the game on Sunday, but until the game on Sunday, we don't know how it's going to really work. We don't have the actual team there, right? We don't actually have the people that we're trying to sell to. We don't have them yet, right? We got to get in front of them. So again, my point is this: the 30 days in the very beginning, we need to get that working. As far as we need to get it moving, right? And then from there, we can start to do all these other fun, cool stuff and start playing with other results, right? And that's how we can do it. So that's my 30 days, guys, right? It's literally that simple. It's simple, but a lot of people, they get hung up on, oh, I don't know if it's the right market. I don't know. Do the validation piece, right? I've shared it here a number of times. I've given out the checklist. I've given out, even in the playbook, it's all there. It's just still people get hung up there. So my job, when you become a member of BCA, is to make sure I get that problem fixed immediately. So anything we can do to make that better, we're making it better, right? And the first thing we've done is we've added that 30-day roadmap. So this way here, you don't have anything to do other than just go through that process. And that's it. You're not looking at anything else. All right. So any questions on this, guys? Let's see here. So we got, you always got to have someone on that. I just popped that in. If you guys ever see any of that negative, comments or anything of someone just trying to be smart, just either let me know or just flag them. I don't get that much here on Facebook anymore. It happens a lot on Periscope. That's why I don't even go there anymore. Let's see. Debbie. Karen says, Debbie, I'm glad you joined. Awesome. Ashley, what's up? Good morning. Let's see. Okay. Salma, would you recommend to learn to set up your website or hire someone? I actually have done it myself. So here's the deal. If you're doing it yourself, it's going to take you longer. But I do think there's something about learning the basics. So that way there you can update your own blog post or you can do any of that stuff. But I wouldn't say to not do it, right? I wouldn't say, don't do it because, it's going to, take you extra time. But I would say if you're struggling with that and you're finding that you're just spending way too much time, then just hire out the basics. So that way there, at least you can start posting. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Justin. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that. Let me see. Let's see. Okay. All right. So let me see here. Any other quick questions? I appreciate that, Justin. Okay, so what theme do you recommend? So basically, we use GeneratePress. It's a free theme, very simple, very lightweight, very fast. But they also have additional features that you can purchase. We did purchase them. I think it's like $50 or $60 a year. But it's pretty it's pretty robust, but very simple. So I definitely recommend that. Let's see. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Let's see. Okay, guys, if you don't have any other questions on this, we can go into another topic or another area, but I am going to jump a little bit early today. I do have an interview coming up at 11 and I need to get prepared for it. So I will be doing that. And oh, wait a minute here. Let's see. Debbie requested, not accepted yet. That's interesting. Okay. I will look into that as soon as I get off here, Debbie. And, okay. So Salama says the funnel tech is easy. Are you asking that question as far as like, is it easy to set that up? It is pretty simple. I mean, you do have to kind of go through these steps, and sometimes it can be a little bit of a pain here and there, but no, it doesn't have to be hard. And I would definitely say, keep it super simple. Like, keep it super simple. Don't don't overcomplicate this in the very beginning, especially. Make sure that you, that you just break it down to the most basic steps, right? And then that way there, you're not going to get overwhelmed with it. But really, before you even start that, Salma, I would recommend figuring out what are those pieces, right? Like, so what is the thing that someone would be willing to purchase for $5, right? That would help them. And then from there, figure out the lead magnet that would lead to that. And then from there, what is additional that someone could potentially want to buy that would help them. Let's see. Oh, Michael, Scott, just wanted to make sure you got my last email regarding niche validation. Yeah, I don't know if I did, Michael. Can you resend that to me? When did you send that? Oh, Karen, if I'm rewriting my sequence email, should I rewrite them all? See, they have a similar format, or just redo the ones that don't have big open rates? Yeah, I don't know if I would mess with, I wouldn't mess with good open rates ever. But I actually, Karen, I did read one of your emails from this morning that you had sent out to your list. Definitely getting better. Definitely getting better. The one thing that I did notice though still is your image. You're adding an image in there, which I don't know if you need to do that. I don't think you have to, but if you want to, that's fine. But I'm also noticing when I'm looking at it on desktop, it's slid over to the right. So I would want to clean that up so it flows a little bit better. Let's see. Okay, Sunday night, no worries. I can resend. Yeah, if you can resend that, that would be awesome. And then I can take a look at that. Oh, and Salama says I still have to set up my 20-minute coaching call. Yeah. Did you submit a time slot on my calendar? If I was doing the 20-minute coaching call with you, I would have sent you that calendar. If you still have it, you can use that same link. If you need it again, Salama, just go ahead and send me an email, scott@brandcreators.com, and I'll go ahead and do that for you. And we'll get that set up whenever you need to. If you don't need, the one thing I would say, okay, and so what Salama is talking about, Salama, I think, signed up for the Pinterest training workshop, and I gave away a 20-minute coaching call for the first 10. I did that for BCA members too. And so on that there, I always try to tell people for that 20 minutes, make sure that you have like something that you want help with, like not 10 things, like one thing, maybe two, because that time goes quick. And also, I don't want you to be scattered. I want you to be focused. Okay, cool. So yeah, so just back to really quickly. Oh, okay, Debbie asked here too. I just joined before 9. When will I hear if I was one of the first 10? Yes. Okay, so that's a great point that you bring up. The first 10 were gone within like 30 minutes. I'm pretty sure that you were within the first 10. Actually, I'm going to send out an email, but I might even be able to look on my phone from the orders that came through. Let me just scroll through everybody here. Let's see. I'm doing this on the fly. Yeah, it does appear like you were one of the first 10. So yeah, you'll get that coaching call too. So you're hearing that early. I'm going to go ahead and send out an email here either today or tomorrow with those 10. And then I'll notify you that you have gotten that. So I will send you a calendar invite. And then what you'll do is just pick a time, and then we'll schedule that 20-minute call. That's how that will work. So cool. So yeah, it's funny. We opened like 8:59. It was like a minute before. And we had a couple people join, and you might have been one of them. Yeah, you must have been ready. I had someone else too. Juan was on yesterday. Man, he had a great story, and I kind of want him to share it. He talked about how he was, it was like his first or second day back to his real job. And he knew that he wanted to sign up. So he wanted to get to work early. He was on his way, and car broke down, and he had to call a tow truck. He had to get an Uber. And he says when he rides as a passenger in the back seat, he gets like motion sickness. And so at 9 o'clock, he was in the Uber. I believe it was the Uber, feeling sick, like he was going to throw up, and then ended up joining because he didn't want to miss out. And it was just a crazy story. And I had applauded him, but I was just like, man, that's just, that's just a crazy story. Oh, okay. Salama wants to know, can you use Convertkit for funnel? The answer is yes. Pretty much. There are some limitations to the pages, but they are coming out with their own commerce part of Convertkit. So we'll know more about that once we get that or get access to that. But yeah, so I will, I'll be sharing more on that once I learn more. But yes, I mean, at the very base, I mean, you can build your funnel right in WooCommerce, which is a plugin for WordPress. And then there's a couple of additional like add-ons that you would use. You can use, let's see here. I mean, heck, you could, not for bumps though. Bumps would be probably your best bet there would be, well, like I said, WooCommerce. And then there's like a little funnel pack that you would attach to that. There's Samcart. There is ClickFunnels. There is, I'm not sure if Lead Pages does it. But again, one of those things we're going to be teaching inside of BCA is showing you exactly how to do it. And I believe Chris is going to be showing it using WooCommerce, which is it's kind of a bolt-on for WordPress. So anyway, guys, is there anything else that you want to talk about this week pertaining to brand building? Tomorrow, I am going to be sharing a little bit more on niching down, but also how when someone has a product and they try building a brand around it, should they continue that route or should they pivot or completely start over? So tomorrow is going to be a talk about that. Wednesday, we will most likely do either niche drill down or maybe we'll do some email marketing stuff. And then Thursday will be a very short coffee talk because Thursday night, I'm going to be doing a niche drill down bonanza where I'm going to be doing just a lot of different niches and drill downs and sharing exactly what it looks like for a good one, for a not so good one. And I've got one in mind that I want to share with you that kind of came to my mind. And I was like, oh, that'd probably be a good brand. And I was like, no, after kind of thinking it through, it probably wouldn't. And I'll share with you guys why. So definitely, I'll share that with you. But that's Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. I haven't even officially announced it. But so 9 p.m. Eastern, Thursday night, I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to have Chris on too. So if you have any questions about any of this stuff, Chris will be on there as well. But we're really going to target and focus on niche drill downs and validation and seeing opportunities in your brand by doing this type of validation. So we'll definitely be doing that. That's Thursday night. So that's kind of this week at a glance. And then Friday will be our normal jam session, but I will also be answering any questions on that one about BCA and what we're doing inside of there as well. But jam session is still scheduled for Friday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Karen says, I'm on Squarespace. Should I put my website on WordPress? I like WordPress better than Squarespace. just my personal preference. I think there's limitations to Squarespace. I think WordPress gives you a lot more flexibility. My only concern would be is if you already have content on Squarespace and it's it's getting traffic, I'd be careful because then you can lose some of that traffic. So I'd want to see what kind of traffic numbers you have. If it's not much, then yeah, you can probably just move over your content to WordPress and start from there. So yeah, that's probably what I would do. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up this little coffee talk this morning. Hopefully this has helped you guys. Again, 30-day roadmap. Doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be complicated. It really comes down to keeping it simple, keeping it focused, and keep taking action on a regular basis and commit to that 30-day roadmap. And that will take you to the next 30-day roadmap. All right. And again, last little reminder here, if you're interested in joining us inside of Brand Creators Academy, this would be another reminder for that. Head on over to brandcreators.com/join. We'd love to have you there. You'll be surrounded with a whole bunch of brand creators or brand rockers, as we like to call ourselves, and just really, really good people. But your questions will be answered. As far as like, if you have questions on your niche, if you have questions on what to do next, if you have questions on your website, or maybe you just built something out and you want feedback, we're doing that stuff on a regular basis inside of there on top of all of the training that we're doing. And actually this Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern time, we're doing a virtual call with our members. So if you're in BCA and you're watching this, another little reminder, I already posted an invite in an email and in the Facebook group. So you should have gotten that. And this is where we want you to have your webcam on so we can see you and you can see us, and we can have that. We're in the room together here having a meetup. So it's going to be questions. It'll be, if we want to do reviews, we can do reviews, feedback, any of that stuff will be done on this virtual call, which is going to be Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And again, this is something else we've done. We've listened to our members, and the last one we did was around 2 o'clock. And we didn't have as many people on as we wanted. I think we had like 25 people on. And I was like, we have a lot more members than that. We should have more people on here. And then the feedback was, well, Scott, do it later. Right. And I was like, yeah, okay, I guess we'll do it later. So we're going to do this one later. We're going to see if our members are like, yes, that's exactly what we wanted. So again, we're always listening, always trying to make it convenient for our members, because they're the most important thing. Making sure that they can attend, they can get the results that they're striving to achieve. So that is what we got going on. So guys, again, would love to have you. If you have any questions, if you want to just go there and watch the video I shot that goes over everything that's inside and who it's for, who it's not for, that's all over there as well. brandcreators.com/join. All right, guys. So that's it. That's going to wrap it up. As always, take care, take action, have an awesome, amazing day. And I look forward to seeing you, well, in BCA, or I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Bye, guys. Have an awesome day.